Hello, friends. It's Chapo.
He doesn't know or care about any specific issue. But he does love gossip, and he loves being a little bitch.
Yep.
So if Warren thinks that she can out page 6 Trump, honey, you got another thing coming.
Yeah.
I mean, like, overall,
He's the queen.
You know,
He's the queen.
Yeah, he's the queen bee.
Yeah.
He's the queen bee. Overall, I share Matt's frustration in that, like, I really don't know how how this will play out, or like, you know, everyone's just sort of,
Who knows?
you know, just read like augury, just reading
Yeah.
the bird entrails and projecting a narrative that they like or comforts them onto it. That being said, I don't really have a lot of I think this is a liberal media hysteria phenomenon. I think
Hysteria. Interesting you'd say that.
Oops.
Canceled.
I did an oopsie doopsie.
He did a no growth.
I did a no growth. But I mean, I think this is like this is people who have liberal media brain poison.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't.
It's petri dish content for them. It's
I
made
really
in a lab.
I really
for them.
don't think that this is going to help Warren or really affect the only thing that really matters at this moment right now, which is who's going to turn out the most people in Iowa.
Yep.
Like, you can talk about, Biden skating away untouched, idiotic Sean McElwee quote about how, like, they're wasting all their health on the lower boss before then going into the final boss battle, which is, as a metaphor, just doesn't make sense on
You got
any
to fight
fucking...
the lower bosses first.
Yeah, there's like, you have to fight all the bosses to get to the final boss, and in video games, like, your health regenerates. Just drink a potion.
Yeah.
Go and then the final boss is Trump. It's like, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
I still like him.
Anyway, yeah, you've gone on record
I've
with that.
always been- I've always said
You've
that.
always been a big fan. But like, forget. Oh, Biden's still leading in the polls. Oh, this can only help Biden. And again, I share that fear. Here's the thing, though. The only thing that matters now is Iowa.
Yep.
The only thing that matters, and guess what? Biden's not leading in Iowa, or if he's leading, it's like within the margin of error in one or two polls, and then in several others, Bernie is in first place. Yeah. But it's like it's
Biden's
tight.
support is always bigger the farther away from the voting.
Right.
The closer the voting is, the more closely the voters in those states have been paying attention, the lower his numbers are.
By all accounts, Bernie is either in first place or within the margin of error in Iowa.
Yes.
So the only thing that matters now is who's going to turn out the most people to caucus in Iowa and who wins the Iowa caucus.
Yep.
If you care about this election or you care about Sanders, that's the only thing that matters right now.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think anything about this debate or this Warren kerfuffle is going to change that.
No.
I don't think it's going to move a single voter for or against in Iowa. And I think the Bernie people are warriors, are young Stratton killers out there who will pick up the phone and not hang up until they fucking die. Are you a reply guy? Good. Pick up the phone and dial.
Yeah.
Are you a Lobby account struggling for a retweet to riff with the boys? Good. Pick up the phone and dial. No, it won't matter one way or the other. And like, the only thing that matters right now is Bernie winning Iowa.
Yep.
Because he's got to do that. And then once he does that, then we could keep having these arguments about like who's the final boss. Right now, it's just about each individual state, each individual primary and caucus. And the key to unlocking it all is winning Iowa.
Uh-huh.
That's the only fucking thing that matters.
Yep.
So I just want to like take a deep breath, just focus on that right now. And I truly don't think this idiotic controversy about snake emojis and whether that's violence or not is going to move a single vote in Iowa.
Yeah. And Warren is going to be irrelevant in Iowa, I think. I mean, she's a solid fourth, it looks like. The real question is whether it's best case scenario, Bernie wins, which honestly I think puts him in a position to roll up the whole goddamn thing. We'll see. Biden wins, which I think has the potential to do the opposite, which would John Kerry 2004 all over again. People are like, oh, thank God we can stop fighting. We picked our guy. He's the old dude.
It becomes an uphill battle at that point.
Or it's Mayor Pete, which is the chaos.
That's the
and then
chaos
it's like, who the fuck knows
Well,
what
speaking
happens.
of which, should we hit that thing yet? or-
Just real quick though, I want to make clear again the stakes here. It should be noted that Elizabeth Warren is not running ads in New Hampshire right now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So this is how seriously her campaign, takes her chances at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But before we get to Mayor Pete, I just want to going back to like this idea of like the kayfabe of all this, like the work of it, and the ham-fisted attempt to turn this into a boys versus girls thing between Bernie and Elizabeth Warren. I just want to give you a flavor of like how you can know it's kayfabe is because the exact same people were doing the exact same thing in 2008. And I want to just give you an example of this. Writing in Salon, Rebecca Traister. This is April 14th, 2008. Hey, Obama boys, back off already. Young women are growing increasingly frustrated with the fanatical support of Barack and the gleeful bashing of Hillary.
Oh my God.
Dana Locia, Dana Loesch, Dana Locia, a 29-year-old labor lawyer in Brooklyn, describes herself as a pretty big Obama supporter. She worked for a year at Michelle Obama's public ally Chicago, where she met Barack a few times. She called him the most inspiring, amazing person, a different kind of politician. Of Hillary Clinton, whom Locia supported in her Senate runs, she says, I just think she acted badly during this campaign. And yet, as Locia wrote in a recent email, I've been really bothered by what I perceive as sexism among some male Obama supporters and have spent hours defending Clinton. A lot of guys just can't stand Hillary, and it's the intensity of their irritation with her that disturbs me more than their devotion to Obama. This riveting Democratic primary campaign has provided us with its own stock characters. There are the young Daily Show watching Obama maniacs, and now you just fill in the Chapo Trap House for the Daily Show. It's so funny. Obama maniacs getting over their irony addiction by falling by falling earnestly in love with the senator from Illinois. There are the pissed off second wave feminists, uptight and out of touch, howling as their dream of seeing a woman in the Oval Office fades. And then there are the young women caught between them. According to the media script, these cool young customers have embodied their elders' worst nightmare of a generation that takes feminism's victories for granted by throwing Hillary Clinton over for her challenger faster than you can say, I've got a crush on Obama. These young women are way over feminism, we're told, and perceive gender bias to be an antiquated notion. They are embarrassed and annoyed by the public entreaties of war horses like Gloria Steinem and Robin Morgan. Pressure from their forebears only serves to alienate them from the second wave and drive them further into the disheveled embrace of yes we can, the yes we can dude down the block. Dude down the block, dude down the block, dude down the block, dude rock, dude rock, dude rock, dude down the block, dude block, dude block, dudes rock.
Wow.
All of this has happened before. All of it will happen again.
Time is a flat
Time
goddamn
is a
circle.
flat motherfucking circle. And wouldn't you know it, Traister wrote a big piece in The Cut this week about this whole thing, which she was just like, why the perils of talking about sexism. And it was a valiant effort by Traister. She tried to paint Warren in the best light, but it's very telling if you read that article that even she could not really bring herself to believe. The best she can say is that like this was just misinterpreted.
Yeah.
That both sides have misinterpreted what was a conversation, and to imply also that. But like genuinely, like the sympathy resides with Warren because women have all been in situations where they're running for president, and the man who's also running for president expresses at least some hesitation about being not even a hesitation, but just saying that like you should be aware that Trump is going to use every sexist trick in the book against you, so be prepared for that. And felt the microaggression that is right.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it's dicked up.
It is horrifying just to see how many people have been totally conditioned to view politics through this petty lens of like it needs politics exists to reflect and validate my personal experiences, like at work or whatever. Like, I'm gonna vote for this person, and that's really gonna own the guy at my office who like Steve with the coffee breath or whatever. It's like just this but horrifyingly small bore mindset considering the fucking position we find ourselves in.